Hello Gemini, thank you so much for tuning in. We are going to perform your yearly tarot reading for 2022. Now it's your turn. How we have formulated this reading? It is in two parts. In the first part, we will be exploring the hopes, the highlight, and the guidance. And in the extended version, extended part, we will be exploring each month starting from the January up until December, one by one. This is going to be in the membership section. Now, dear Gemini friends, here we have first this three main points for the year. And please know that this is a general reading. It is not going to resonate or actualize for everyone watching. That's why please check your other astrological associations if you think those are also working for you. To start with, we have only major arcana cards here. This is going to be the main themes. And we have also the fortune reading cards. Tea leaf cards are for the extended with also my other army of decks. But to start with, let's go ahead and we will be doing it with first these three important points. Now, the first card, this is going to be an important pick. We'll begin with the hopes. So let's ask, what are the hopes for Gemini? And what is the highlight of the year for Gemini? These are very important cards for the reading, because in the extended we will be also seeing if in the months, each month, these cards are also showing up. So it is going to be very interesting with the patterns. Now here we have also the guidance. Now I will get the fortune reading cards, and with the fortune reading cards we will get some details to our majors. Okay, so one of them will be here and the other one, and here we have the guidance. Okay, looks perfect from here. Now this is our hopes for the year, though we have the highlight here because this is our hopes, but this is going to be, it seems, a more important theme or something like more to give our focus to actually. And in the end, with the guidance, it may be a good blend of seeing how to reach the hopes, or how to deal with the highlight, or in general what will be the overall theme for us in order to look at our spread in a more holistic point of view. Now we are open here to see also in to any lifetime. So the hope starts with the Fool. Okay, we have also the Coffin, natural endings abound, take care with your health. Gemini, you really want to leave something behind. And this is about really leaving behind the things which has also created maybe some health problems in you as well that you were dealing with. You really want to make a new beginning, a new start here with the Fool card. And your spirit here, as the Fool is the breath, the Fool is the beginning. This may really make you to maybe get a lot of life-changing decisions. So the Fool is also the nomadic influence in the readings, and actually is very flexible about changing places, changing things. But with the Coffin energy, it's like I want to leave something behind, like an era of time has like closed for me. I do here feel like you have this trust in the divine, and you know that you need to take footsteps towards your goals as well, but it may also feel very instinctual. You wanna feel very limitless with the Fool's energy, actually boundless. Also, there is a sense of adventure here. You are open actually to what life can bring at this moment. There is something you are perceiving. It's like this, let's say, like divine grace pouring down to you. And there is this trust in something. Maybe you do not know it yet, you do not name it or cannot name it yet, but there is this trust, and it's like you are very much hoping to step forward fearlessly to something, overcoming the obstacles, and what has been like troubling you all this time, you just want to leave behind. This is gonna bring a whole new beginning in life for you. This is actually taking you to this hope with the Fool, can really take you to the world of experience and adventure. And there are some things you are also inherited with, of course. I mean, we come to this life with what we are inherited with. We are inherited with ancestry. We are inherited with past lives, previous lives, cosmic memories we have. It's like your hope is like to use what you are gifted with, and using that gifts and powers will help you to like have this new spirit in something. Okay, it's a Uranus energy. So with the Fool, the Uranus energy is also very open to new things, and it's actually very revolutionary and eccentric planet. So and it is the ruler of the Fool. This may even put you like to go after something, you know, how crazy it may sound, doesn't matter, but as you have that very creative, original goal, or it's like you feel that spirit and you simply walk towards it. I feel here like also, as with the Coffin energy, you are witnessing these natural endings and leaving things behind. You want to free yourself from this imposed or self-imposed restrictions, and whatever you will be stepping up in is actually making someone open to change and inspiration there. This is really a freedom of movement. You want to be free in doing something. It is really to feel the freedom of doing things, maybe several things in different times. This is also something a person like talking to themselves. You're gonna do something like the least expected from you. Okay, so the Fool here is a very much surprising energy, and sometimes it actually shout out for the courage, like hoping to have that courage sometimes. So as we have the Fool card, that visual representation of the void, the Tao, the child of the Great Spirit, in also other systems. This is actually our very true self, who is joyously playing the script, but never losing contact with the power of life. So with this energy, I think you are inviting a bit open-mindedness to this. Some maybe Geminis now, to make it more concrete in terms of examples, maybe some Geminis will change places, countries, migration. Very sudden and surprising developments may take you from one place to another. Because the hope here is like having this need to feel this boundless energy, at least in spirit, okay, whatever you go through. This is also to catch your enthusiasm back in life. It's like if it has like gone for some time in your life, it's about having that enthusiasm back, and at times sometimes being even foolish as a luxury. And you wanna here hoping to live in the moment. You are hoping to take the chances, and also having this hope to find that personal support within. This is a very precious energy as a hope, because here you are setting yourself to a direction, but on the other hand you are you want to free from restrictions. So it's like, I hope everything that I want can become possible, at least I can given the chance. And this is also the ability to approach things without judgment, but rather just observation and sometimes participation. And in that void state with the Fool, one carries all the possibilities to create. So it's that vacuum of air that exists in the universe prior to manifestation. So everything actually has come out of it. So it's like at some point maybe you wanna just go back to a state of being, like you feel like alive again, like first time coming into world, and you wanna just move with that, operate with that perfect fate. The Fool is I mean, if the universe breathes, the Fool blows out of the void. So for the Fool energy, everything becomes possible. And actually the task of the Fool in general is to understand everything that is, and then to return to source. So maybe this is your also self-exploration. Like you will be in many places with different contacts and things, but then it's like maybe coming back to that source again, so that the complete circle of the zero can be completed. It's a super precious energy which is making you to step on a path, and it's your starting place. But for this, of course, the hope can be also to have that vantage point first, so that you can begin, and then later maybe that one step at a time attitude. The Fool sometimes, of course, here we have the dog, and we have this friend, this companion represented here. So this is not about actually being alone in your journey, but having that guide that guides, hoping that the guides will surround you, that friend who will be alert, aware, protective. It's also the hope here, really, you want to get your enthusiasm back in something, and it's a very more playful, trusting, creative energy. And you may also want to get rid of a particular social expectation if there is any pressure on you. And you really hoping to get the next steps one by one, which is also as what matters here is the journey, not the goal. Actually, this is pretty much the state of being detached from the outcomes. not to worry and not to be afraid. So all this courageous energy. Now let's see what the highlight will be. You will be in your element because your highlight is the Lovers. So this is our Fool. So actually you are finding yourself, then later, this was the hope, you are finding yourself in between two things and trying to decide upon. Some Gemini people socially, okay, the highlight here, socially, you will be very in very interesting places, circumstances that you may feel like in between two things, but also feeling like becoming a bridge in something. We have the Owl. There are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition. So through that circumstances, people, meetings, occurrences, contacts, you have a great, I don't know, but you will be, to me the highlight is something with regards to, I think, a social code or social codes that you need to decipher, go through, master, and it feels to me like you are in between like two things. Also, this is about growing in your relationship, growing through relationships, and making adult choices in life. So every time I hope to be boundless and free in making things. But maybe this can become possible when we make the necessary that one-to-one reactions, one-to-one negotiations, one-to-one interactions there. The highlight is putting you into a position where you will feel that you are not alone in this. You will be pretty much again surrounded with things. And the highlight here is putting you to a point where you don't feel that separation, and you will learn unconditional love. Unconditional love every time to practice with the highlight. What does this mean? Unconditional love means even in the circumstances, let's say you couldn't find the connection, that demonstration of love. Let's say you are attracted to that which you wish to merge with, but actually unconditional love is even these things, let's say for the time being, will be away from you or it does not manifest. This is about unconditionally loving yourself, whatever it takes around you, which is actually the truth in self-love, which is also means self-confidence, self-esteem, self-respect, that understanding of inner marriage within you. So this can be definitely wisdom, and you may reach these when you go to transitional time with people, in your decisions, in your dealings with them. I do feel the highlight is putting you into a position where you are like in this bridge. You want to unite with something, and you want to unite with something, but to unite something, like you got to also convince someone or a group, a person, a family member, like you try to find the way to, actually you find the way to identify yourself with something, but then actually you see that there is this set of relationships and communications take place, and as a result you really understand the true relation about things. You will really derive a lot of meaning from this. You also, the highlight here is also, will every time make you to answer a call, like within you, like, because it wants you to retain your faith in yourself, in your perception, Also, even faith in your higher self. This can be also a spiritual experience through events and mundane elements of life, and actually will put you to create that new life hubs and zones. I think there is a lot of union, but at the same time, when you get in union something, you separate from somewhere or something. I mean, it's like separation contains union and union contains separation, and these two concepts actually repeat infinitely within each other. Knowing that love is actually an opportunity, and sometimes it can be also a curse. So actually, the highlight wants you to like tap into that basic goodness. It wants you to be attuned with pure unconditional love, and both in the inner and outer levels, and also to understand what is really running like underneath that force of the universe. So there is some kind of understanding, and there is a lot of knowledge that you will be interacted with. You will see what is really binding and gluing all things, but also what creates boundaries in the relationships. So it is really making you at the center of people, relationships, and connections. It's a multifaceted energy, and this definitely does not isolate you from something or someone. Also, this may indicate your own magnetism and attraction as well. Of course, the healing of the male and the female within. It wants you to see the other side of the issues. It will constantly bring some relationship patterns. It will bring cooperations, and also in what way you can really invite like more love and beauty in your life. You develop communication, also your discrimination faculties as well. So this is a really also a very precious card to have in the highlight, because it is likely to teach you a lot, I would say, and you will be highlighted with your own element, because this is your own tarot card. And you may also see in what ways a relationship scenario in between two people can go, like what affinities are being formed there. You will also see relationships like not depending upon only feeling, but also like how much like common you have with them, and how you really communicate your truths, yourselves. These are also will be very determining. And excuse me, out of this you will pull a lot of wisdom out of this. Just a sec. It may indicate marriages, separations, the point that you likely to choose. And when you choose, of course, this can like unite you with someone. But when you are like being united with someone, you see actually you are separating from the other. So that it's like, the highlight is like the alchemy of the relationships. There are great initiatory forces hidden under this energy. I do feel you really, in the lovers, actually, one aspect of ourself it dies, and because it unites with the opposite one. it's like the, how to say, like it unites with the other person's part, and so it becomes like two component parts. I do feel like there will be some, you know, there is also some research that I am feeling with regards to ego, identity, what has been like disorienting in your life, confusing in your life, facing what has been frightening all this time. And you know, lovers, the union of two, and out of this it will come the third, or the solution to the problem of the opposite. So that you produce something in the highlight. There will be a production of something. Let's find out your guidance now. We have the Justice and also Judgment. Wow, two cards in similar nature. So the guidance here, there can be something legal, by the way, as we have the both of them. But this is soul searching, and it says soul searching will bring inner peace to many areas of your life. I was talking about also in the ego identification and soul searching as well, because they really need to be in one content there. Here though, Justice is also the guidance. Justice is a point, yeah, for some of you there will be situations, by the way, that you need to follow legal things, laws, rules. So actually that boundless free energy is restricted with the Justice, because before setting like something completely free for you, first maybe a legal situation, papers, documents, or a bureaucratic, you know, process needs to be handled. And the concentration with the guidance, concentration of highlight, this is how you can handle your situations here. Lovers, decision making. Justice is also a decision making. Judgment is also like giving a final judgment on something, and then maybe everything here will set you free. Then at least in this 1 year there is going to be a point where you got to do like what it takes to be done in order to cover its necessary and maybe legal parts. And from that, something or you will finally set free to yourself. It might also involve a family situation, property matters, something with regards to siblings also can be, of course, relationships in general, including the partnerships and marriages will be also here, go through this Justice energy. This is also in terms of guidance. It says to you, Gemini, your soul has had enough of something. That's why the Justice shows up. It says your soul has had enough of something. Let's burn this karma, okay? Let's burn this karma. So, look, it also with this talks about some clear boundaries. You got to really work on that boundaries, self boundaries, also other people's boundaries. Like these things can definitely come as not a limitation, but can really set the tone in the relationships. Because here with the Justice and Judgment, it feels to me like the love of the relationships, the love of the also our mundane world. It seems it will be, or it's likely to be, easily followed. You also need to like clearly decide in what way also you wanna give time for that soul searching energy. Because here you really need to create, you need that space with the full energy, and you got to really create that personal space that you need. This may cut off time to time communication with others, and it may continue in also different ways. But the guidance here is telling me that you got to know where to stand in your connections, in relationships with your partner, in your seekings. Some points of view, a lot of points of view will enter. You won't be getting into, you will get into a lot of social codes and social settings, but this does not mean necessarily drama with it. You will be like following the things like both emotionally and intellectually stimulating, I do feel. And it's like in the end of this process, you will start to see your life completely in a new point of view, I do feel. Anything floating up in the air will be brought to the surface, and as you concentrate on this soul searching energy, it's gonna be better about resolves, okay? Because here the resolves will enter in, and the resolves will be in such a manner that it appears logical, but with a lot of soulful decision, I do feel. There will be some standards you got to follow with the justice. Actually, this is not a card of randomness. It definitely makes you to be and follow a particular standard there. So it's not the fool's energy in a way, but it wants you to follow a standard there. It really insists on the fairness, okay? It is insisting on the fairness. And when you go into soul searching activities, when you find that inner shelter, it is likely that the more will come to you. At that spot, at that times you will be more you feel that you are really fulfilling your year, let's say, in 2022. Plus, there can be, I feel here something with regards to vocation or vocational changes, like you are surrendering your souls, you surrounded your soul, and like the soul has a method of following something very deep, and it's gonna take you there. There can be, of course, trials and afflictions which might challenge you, but I think there are the experiences you go through is really revealing the true light that guides you to regenerate in your life in general. There is a lot of spiritual turning points, and there can be this confusing mixture of calm and fear at times, but I think when you attend calmly to the moment, be in that soul search more often in any action you take, and when you listen to what is being asked from you, a sense of inner guidance can really lead you to discover that way, and this is going to how you can actually actualize also the Fool as a whole. Dear Gemini friends, this was the first part of your reading, and I hope you find it insightful. Now I'm going to continue this reading in part 2, which is going to be in the membership section as extended. The extended version of this yearly reading, which is gonna cover all the year in month by month approach, and with also a final analysis together, will be available in the membership for 3 of Cups, 6 of Cups and 9 of Cups level memberships. I'm gonna put the link at the description box below. It can also appear somewhere here. So from there, if you would like to join us, you are very welcome. See you in the extended Gemini. Have a wonderful 2022. Ciao for now.